March 9th. That is the day when registered Liberals will be voting. And on the very same day, they are going to tabulate and announce those votes right away. Why are they moving so fast? Well, we know that Parliament is set to come back as of the end of the prorogation on March 24th. So that means that whoever the new leader is, that person is going to have, what, 2 weeks to sort of get sworn in, vet and pick a cabinet for that swearing in, write a throne speech, come up with some plan for an election platform, because really, if we're being frank and honest, all signs point to, once the House coming back, it being a very hostile place for the Liberals and the plug being pulled on it. Within a couple of days, off to the polls we all go. The timeline on the front end of this race, accordingly, also had to be very tight. Anyone who's going to jump into it's got about 2 weeks to get a team together and decide yes or no. And so we are going to start to see the list of people musing turn into a list of people who have decided on a number of fronts. But also important to know that as they pull their teams together, they are only going to have until January 27th to get signed up, all the people they're hoping are going to support them in this race. Otherwise, they're just going to be looking at the established list, the current list of registered Liberals, for their support. And their fundraising is going to have to be on point, because the entrance fee for this race that they have set is the highest in Canadian political history at $350,000. That's higher than the Conservatives set for the race that picked Pierre Poilievre. That was about $200,000 with a $100,000 security deposit on top of that. The last time the Liberals picked a leader, it was only $75,000. That is intended to whittle a long list down. The other thing that needs to be discussed is that the Liberals have responded to the fairly sharp criticism they've been getting from all corners this week about how their previous Liberal rules for picking a leader could have opened it up to foreign meddling. Youth over 14 are still going to be allowed to vote in this race, but from now on, to be a registered Liberal, you've got to be a citizen or a permanent resident or have status under the Indian Act. You can't be a temporary resident anymore.